Hey y'all, welcome back to Jay's Jeep and Classic Car Channel. We're back out here today. Quite frankly, it's been a struggle to get out here. For whatever reason, it's been a struggle. So, that's okay. If it takes a while to get back to your project and you need to take a little time off, or just other stuff happens and you can't get out here to work on your project, it's okay. Life is more than just a restoration. So I just want to put that message out there first and foremost. Today we're going to put some fluid in this thing. We put the head gasket on it already, and now we're just going to run it and see what we got. So it should be a fairly interesting day to see what happens. Join me in the venture as we start this thing up. Alright, so I was just uncovering it here and got back to the tailpipe and put my finger down in there, and that's what came out. Definitely oil. So I was probably burning oil last time. I know that. However, I think I'm just going to run it as is, and I know that's a possibility. However, I don't really want to pull the engine out and do the whole getting it machined out and all that, and all that time it's going to take. I have another engine I'll take to the shop as soon as I have enough money, but for the time being we're just going to run it, keep an eye on the oil, and try not to run it out of oil. Alright, we're just going to try to spin it a couple times, and no choke or no starter fluid. That sounds pretty good. Still have a good water level. I'm going to put a little starter fluid down there and see what we get. Started. Actually, it sounds really good. So it started up pretty good. Let's go check out the exhaust. That actually looks pretty good. I don't see anything coming out of it, really. There may be a little oil. I'm going to let that heat up a bit. See what we get. But that's very positive so far. Last time that was blowing out white smoke from the get-go, so maybe we got what we needed to. Quick gauge check. Gas gauge not working. Oil pressure is working. Amp meter, don't know. Temperature gauge does work, but I don't have any temperature yet. We let it run for a little bit. Temperature is good. We're going to give it a little gas. Alright, let's get some good amperage. We are getting some smoke, which we kind of expected. Let's see what it looks like in the back. Alright, so obviously we had a little bit of smoke coming out, but it wasn't awful. We're going to pull that throttle out a little bit and see what it looks like coming back here. So that's what we're looking at. So this is what we're looking at. Oil, it's pretty good. at that clip. I don't know what RPM that is, but we're definitely burning some oil. But we kind of knew that it was going to do that anyway, so not super upset about that right now. Alright, we're going to spin them, try to spin the front wheels. I lost it. Let's try this again. There's definitely a hesitation on this carburetor. Lost it again. First, second, third. Second, first, reverse, well, not too bad. Oil temperature is staying where it is. It's spinning like it's supposed to. It's good. The only thing is it's definitely burning some oil, but we kind of knew that was going to do that, so.
This is working good, Dad.
Alright, so we just kind of have a moderate throttle. It is burning oil, but not too bad. It's here or there. Not awful. So I think we may just start moving on to the next step, knowing that we're going to have to rebuild an engine sooner rather than later and start saving our pennies towards that effect. A little bit higher speed, obviously burn some oil at that higher speed. Pretty good. Definitely some tapping in the valves. Probably not much we can do about that right now. And these old engines kind of always sound like that. But she's not really vibrating real bad. Nice. She's running pretty smooth, so besides that little bit of oil, she's running like a champ.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
So here we are back at idle. Very pleased with where it is right now. And it's been running probably 25 minutes or so. We'll probably run it for a little while and see what it looks like after that. James and I have a little friend out here.
Yep. Got him. What? He has a pink chair?
There he is up here. Looking good. Checking out all the spring activities on whatever's going on.
We got
Welcome to Jay's Jeep and Classic Cars. Sometimes we get extra help.
Yep.
What you think, Mr. Lizard?
I'm doing it in the morning. He has a good day.
He has a good day? You
Yeah.
think we ought to leave him alone for now?
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to leave him alone and let him do his thing. Alright, so when we get on it real good, there's a good puff of smoke coming through here. Oil probably. But then when we let it sit and idle for a while, really isn't anything. And at lower RPMs, it blows a little bit, but not awful. It's just really when you get on it hard is where you see the oil come out. So obviously, you know, there's more strain and stress on the engine as you put more RPM through. So that's probably why we're seeing it. But overall, not bad. We don't have the oil or the water coming out like we did. We're going to shut it down here in a few minutes. Check the radiator, check it, make sure it doesn't have any oil in it. Go from there. So it's been running about 45 minutes or so. Still sounds pretty good. Oil pressure's a little bit lower than I want, so I want to turn it off and check that. Temperature's great. I'm just running it. Really no smoke. Obviously, when you get to higher gears, it does. I put it in gear, ran it up to about 45 miles an hour, and it did fine. Obviously, you know, it's a little shaky and burning oil at that point, but not bad. First gear. Second gear. Third gear. Here's smoke. Slow that Mustang down. Now, to get it in low, I put it in front, and then there I went down and then back up and then it went into gear. It's having a little bit of trouble. It's getting into low, but it will go, and just as proof. There that is. We're going to go ahead and take it out. Take front out. Just kind of leave it here in neutral. Alright. So we are nearing the 50-minute mark. I think it's time to shut her down for the day. No major backfires or anything. That's good. She seems to be pretty good. I have slight drip out of the radiator here in the middle. That's not awful. It's just a little drip. And it looks like it's actually maybe pulling from that water right there that was left over from where we filled, and probably some of the runoff from this. It's definitely warm. I'm not going to pull that out right now. We'll check the oil, see where we're at there, and go from there. Alright, so we checked the oil and it looks pretty good. We checked the radiator. Does not look like we've got too much oil in that, so that's a pretty good sign. There's some floaties, but we kind of expected that, some debris in there. But anyway, this is a positive step. I think the next step is to put it back together and go from there. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Till next time, y'all take care. It's time for supper.